across from Santa's Village in Scotts Valley, where our church had their main headquarters. It was just 17 miles from Santa Cruz Beach and Boardwalk. We spent a lot of time there when I was a teenager. My sister Eileen and I would stay the week in the dorms when we had the young people's camp. This one year in particular, the bigwigs that were running the camp decided that there would be no mixed bathing in the pool camp. At first, we didn't even know what that meant. We had a pool at our home in Turlock, and everyone from our church was always invited, guys and gals. Well, we didn't have the camp's permission to go to the beach every day while we were at youth camp. We did have our parents' okay. On the first afternoon, we were ready with a car load of friends to leave for the beach. The car was parked at the dorms, and when we looked down, there across the road was a long board being held with two sawhorses across the street with a man in front guarding it. We were stuck. Then we thought of a brilliant idea. A couple of the girls would go to the guard and thank him for being such a great guy and take him over to the snack bar and buy him a root beer float. He fell for it. Then one of the girls walked down to the barrier and moved it while I drove the car through and parked it at my folks' place. I jumped out of my car and went behind my folks' place, which was up on a hill where I could see the men in charge trying to catch us. So we waited what seemed like an eternity before we thought it was safe to jump in the car and go to the beach. No one ever said anything to us, even though we always came back red beat. One thing for sure, we never parked the car in front of the dorms again. It didn't matter if it was a lake, pool, canal, or beach. I loved being in the water. While most of my friends were laying out on the beach to get a tan, I was in the water riding the waves. I just couldn't understand, when we could be swimming, why would anybody want to be laying out in the hot sand? I had a girlfriend, Lene, who lived in San Francisco, who could only be at the camp for one night because she worked. I told her she could bring her sleeping bag and stay in our room so she wouldn't have to pay. We were just getting ready to turn the lights out for the night when our counselor knocked on the door. So my friend shoved her sleeping bag under my bed. I told her to get in my bed and I would sit up, put my feet up, and Shirley Tinsman, our counselor, would never suspect anything. When Shirley came into our room, she said she just wanted to see if we were all there. So I said, yes, we're all here. I might have thought I could hide that someone was in my bed, but Shirley said, yes, you're all here, plus one. Then we all started laughing, and she was okay with Lene being in our room. Shirley was a missionary wife who had just come in from the field. I'm still a friend of hers. She just told me recently that the other counselors had said that she would have to deal with the Christofferson girls because she was the new counselor. My guess is we were a handful.
Oh gosh, so that's our Shirley.
Yes.
Oh, now I couldn't believe hearing that name.
Yeah.
Is that Mount Herman?
No, but I had girlfriends who were in Mount Herman and Mission Springs, and so we'd all meet at the beach.
When I first went up there to Lydia conferences,